Hey there folks, welcome back to Cannock Paranormal Investigations. My name is Gail and I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has subscribed since I last uploaded that video. I was really amazed and pleased that so many of you watched it, and I hope that maybe there's a bit of a better understanding of the type of content I'm putting out. I'm trying to do my content without any whistles and bells. I know there's plenty of fantastic programs out there where I can add sound effects and music, and I can do all of that kind of stuff, but ultimately, originally, the idea was just to upload investigations, bits and pieces of investigations, and just as a way of storing them on YouTube, and hopefully maybe somebody would watch them. There's not a lot happens in a lot of these investigations. I guess it's useful for anyone who might want to visit a location perhaps, except for our undisclosed location, because I'm really under sort of instruction not to mention that to anyone at the moment. But yeah, the Cannock Chase ones, I'll always put up maps, and yeah, it might give people a flavour of the type of place that we're investigating. Most of these are outdoor investigations anyway, because they are essentially free, and in these days of money being really tight, it would just be like crazy just to be spending money, hundreds of pounds visiting a place that may also not have any activity either. So not that Cannock Chase doesn't have activity, but you can actually spend 4 or 5 hours there without a single thing happening. That said, I was going through the archives of stuff, and I had a file from a couple of years ago, and it was frustrating at the time because I couldn't find it, and just recently I found it, and this is an investigation that goes back to, I think, might go back to 2020 actually, and it was at Birches Valley. So yeah, it was 2020. It was at Birches Valley. I think the previous investigation I had uploaded, and that was the first time I'd visited Birches Valley in the August. I think we tried a really sort of simple experiment, just involving 2 watches to see if there was any time difference between them. Always little things like that. It sounds ridiculous, but if I was to come back and find that watch was an hour in front or an hour behind, then I'd know that there was something going on. I'd like to do more experiments in the future, but it's having the equipment, maybe having the organisation. Can't always get all members of our team to be able to attend these events. So yeah, this was a few months after the August one. So August, actually no, it was the September after the August investigation, and it was with a group who I can't for the life of me remember their names, but they were really lovely, a lovely trio of ladies who, yeah, I think they investigated quite a few places by themselves, and they had encountered some really unusual activity, not just ghostly activity, but the one had encountered a cryptid of some kind. And it was interesting because her encounter happened, I think it was in Leicestershire, but it was just an interesting area. I won't really kind of go into too much about that because I haven't really been in touch with her since, and if she wanted to share the story, I'm sure she could. So this is Birches Valley, and let me just get up. So this is where we started from, and we made our way up this forest. And I think it was about a 30-meter incline all told, so that was really interesting. And we then made our way across this field, down, past a, can only be described as a memorial garden, which was really interesting, that's circled in blue. We came then back along a route past a couple of pools, 3 pools, and eventually made our way back to where we were parked. So the conditions on this evening were dry. It was quite warm still, as we're still only in the first couple of weeks of September. And yeah, although we all wore coats, I mean, these places can get cold depending on on where you stood. I mean, some locations you go up 150 meters and it's quite cold. You come down, it's too warm. So yeah, ground was dry. We'd had a really good summer actually. If any of you remember, 2020 was really nice, and it stayed dry, and so the ground was perfect, perfect for this investigation. So this is a close-up of the woods that we travelled up. The wiggly line isn't accurate as such, but it just gives you an idea that the path wasn't straight. Got to the top, there's a little blue circle there. That's kind of an indication that we had some activity. And yeah, so this is Birches Valley. In the day it's quite busy because there's a place called Go Ape. It's packed during the day. It's like the zip lines and everything. Quite an active area. I'm not entirely sure what's on this video 100%. There are 3 separate videos, so I'm either going to join them all together, or depending on how the content goes, I will split them up into 3 separate ones. So yeah, without further ado, let's have a look.
Quite heavy.
Okay, guys.
Oh, right. Brilliant.
That's now on record, so in case we kind of miss something and there's something glaring, 10 foot tall glaring out from behind a tree, we can see it afterwards.
Really safe this.
We've also got
The K2 meters. What is that? Are on the floor, aren't they?
yeah, mine's over the other side. We've also got
Night vision camera.
which is a nice.
No, and again I keep hearing twigs, you know, like the floor.
So that's a night scope. So it actually picks up stuff from like, you know, a few hundred meters away. Probably not best in here, but it's good if you want to debunk something.
Just got to listen.
Spirit of the forest, if you're here with us, come forward. We don't mean any disrespect or harm.
Wind's just picked up. I heard something there. It could be the wind.
The trees, they tend to kind of like creak at the top.
That's it, you've got to debunk everything. You've got a torch on it.
That's an IR torch, so it doesn't actually kind of give it any light, but it illuminates because it's infrared.
Can you like turn it round then and do the other side?
Yeah, you can see the IR torch. If you
What was that?
That was a car.
Oh, was it? Right, okay.
Heard
a Oh yeah, I can hear the car now. Revving its engine. And on this, if you've got a pair of eyes, you can zoom in,
yeah,
or does it go blurry?
You can do. I mean, if we do see anything anyway on coast, like grab the night vision scope.
K2's just staying on green.
Yeah.
Saw a bug. Saw a bug.
Yeah, there's some big spiders up there. Alright.
Oh, don't say that. A big spider web. Oh.
Yeah, it goes all the way up that tree there.
So this is the other night scope I've got. If you want to have a quick look at this.
Have you got it?
This is for like kind of anything that's kind of lurking in the distance. And it kind of goes into video. That was about £200 off Amazon.
Wow.
So it's kind of really useful if you want to, if you're out in the open.
Yeah, if you like see something. Yeah.
Yeah, no good in the building because it's things that
Have you seen it through it, Karen?
Yeah, I've looked. Yeah.
The only thing is, it makes sure you kind of like you
Yeah,
have to get your eyeballs back.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
wow.
I don't know where I'm aiming, but
Oh. No, I think I used to feel there.
yeah, I do. That way all the time. What's I see? Oh, I see a bird in a tree. Sitting there, sleeping.
Where?
Just... oh no, I don't know. Okay. Pinpoint. I'll zoom right in, just right in. I've seen one of these before. That's good. So when you see something, you think, okay, what did I just see? And you can use that and say, oh no, it is just a bush.
Yeah.
Or
Or maybe deer if it's anything, a substantial movement.
We're going to go a little bit further.
Yeah, we're gonna go up and then we're gonna come across out into the open.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of wind our way up here. We're gonna come out across, and then we'll kind of go around a big open square, which is quite eerie actually. And then we'll kind of go down a hill.
that's the best bit when it's open because you scan
Yeah.
across the field and that's
Yeah.
when you see foxes. Well, you do where my mum and dad's aerodrome does anyway.
And then we'll kind of go down this hill towards, there's like this memorial wood,
Right, yeah.
and I thought that was kind of an interesting place to kind of stop off. We
Yeah.
found it during the daytime, and then we can spend a bit of time there and then come back along towards the brook. Sometimes where there's water and there's crossroads, you can get strange activity.
So through this, does the eyes glow up?
You should be able to see, if there's anything there, you'll be able to see it.
See, like the actual object?
You'll be able to see the eye shining back at you. I've taken pictures of rabbits, so you'll see a dark form and two eyes, or in your case, maybe 6 eyes, if it's that thing that followed you all the way from Swanington.
Yeah, I really don't understand that. To this day, I really don't know. Deborah thinks it could be something carrying its young or
That's what I was
prey,
thinking,
like
yeah.
rabbits or...
Yeah.
And it's hard to tell, isn't it, if you see whether it's two figures or...
Yes, and people kept saying how tall it was. But it's very difficult to distinguish when you're sitting in a car.
Yeah.
And then someone says, how tall is it? Because obviously I'm just adjusting the darkness with my eyes. So I put the main beam on to see if it would light up even more. It's just the silhouette of the black. And it was this wide. Whatever it was this wide.
Yeah.
This tall.
Yeah.
With arched back. I had, like I said, I don't know if it had like a limp or it hurt its leg, or whether it's because it was carrying those prey or whatever.
I don't know why,
I
but
still don't know what it is.
I'm not usually very sensitive, but the hairs on my back of my neck just shot straight up then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got hers down there on the floor.
Yeah.
So does yours make a noise or something when it goes
It,
on?
it makes a creak, it goes...
Oh, I see.
That was probably the scariest time I had was when it was myself, Marty, there was Paul and his daughter Shannon, and we went to the lower slopes of Castle Ring, and them three carried on round, and I said, I'll just stop here on a path, and it's like a proper path, so
Yeah.
I was sort of out in the open to that side, and this side it was like this, it was sort of quite dense.
Yeah.
And as I put the meter down, and there is a video on my YouTube channel, I put the meter down, I kind of stepped back off it, had everything, and suddenly heard this crunching of twigs literally just behind me. literally on the video, I kind of turn around with the mobile phone, and there's nothing now. And as I'm turning back, the meter starts going. Wee!
Wow.
And I mean, my mobile phone is actually still switched on, so this is interesting
I
too.
don't like my phone. My messages are very sensitive.
So, I mean, I have to get really kind of close to probably make this go off. So that's right next to it, and it's not even moving.
Yeah.
And it isn't on flight, and but then it was like it was going sort of like that. It was crazy. So when the guys came back, I was sort of still.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Sometimes if you talk about these things generally
Yeah.
happen when you're talking. This is a good thing.
Yeah. I've been on a few paranormal nights, like, with groups. The only thing I did see on one was Bradgate Park. Saw 2 monks and then, like, these flashing lights going through the forest.
Wow.
So that's the only thing I've seen. Like my phone. So, I don't know if it's just, you know what I mean?
I'll turn it off for a bit anyway, just to.
Yeah.
I've got more battery.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, just no. I'll just
Sorry, I
turn it
don't know how you do it.
off. And we'll kind of move on, I think.
No, the best one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the aeroplane.
Oh right, you don't.
No.
I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, I don't think it's affecting it too much anyway. If you put it close to your thing, see what it does.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. You have to get pretty close, don't you? And if you put it close to mine, see if it affects mine as well, then I think that's safe to say then. It's I mean, that would be fairly obvious, wouldn't it? If, yeah.
I mean, I'm quite sensitive. I'd get a...
So what I should have explained maybe was that we were about in this central area. It's a place that we've stopped before, and I think we stopped towards the top as well, but yeah, definitely here and here. We stopped here on this video just to do a sort of a vigil, and I don't like to do too many kind of call outs because number one, I kind of feel a bit daft doing it. Number two, it's a bit cheesy, and I think number three, it's sometimes if there's intelligences, spirits, I think it's just better just to talk about stuff, and they may well appear. We've had that before where we've done vigils and we've done call outs, and we don't get any activity since we start talking about random stuff to do with maybe what we did last week at work. It's something will happen in the background, so that was the first, I'd say that was the first part of our investigation, and we carried on all the way up to this point. So this is the next map, and this will show you exactly where you went from there. And as you can see, you can just about see there's like, well, actually you can't see it very well, but there is a memorial garden just there. And as I think her name was Emma, as she said, it's very interesting when you get out into the open to actually see. You can see across, you can see down, and you get a really good view of anything that's going on. And yeah, I was really looking forward to getting to that point as well, because in a previous investigation in August, the whole route down past these trees, it just felt really, really odd. So without further ado, let's get the next video up. Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, the white one back there going behind the trees or back into the trees. I don't know if that's real or not.
So just pause here. This is yeah, where this video begins. It's definitely as we come out of the top of that's wood. So we've gone up about 30 meters. We're at the top of that wood, and we've just coming out. You can just about see the wood here, and we're going to be heading sort of like that way. continue slowly if you want.
Oh, is that? Oh! Right. Yeah, I went to the first one and only the tiny flashes stopped.
I must remember that little fly. That you saw, that yellow one.
Yeah, like the yellow butterfly. Look, that one. Sorry. I think we haven't got through it. We've got a quality. The thing is, I told it because no one must come out with me. Why should it come out with me? That's what the problem. Guys, it went orange, but then it's gone. And it's on now. Going orange?
What was that? Did somebody just throw a rock then?
No.
No, there's a rock just landed just there.
Really?
Yep. I heard it's just skim off here and into there.
And it's going orange again?
Hopefully I'll get that on my, I've got a really good mic on this.
What's in there? Hello?
Put your, if you...
Something in there.
Yeah, quite possibly. If you put it down on there. I'm just going to pause it there and just going to take that back 2 seconds.
And it's going orange?
What was that?
Guys, it went orange, but then it's gone. And it's on now. Going orange?
What was that? Did somebody just throw a rock then?
No.
No, there's a rock just landed just there.
Really?
Yep. I heard it's just skim off here and into there.
And it's going orange again?
Hopefully I'll get that on my, I've got a really good mic on this.
What's in there? Hello?
Put your, if you...
Something in there.
Yeah, quite possibly. If you put it down on there.
Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, you are very strong. Wow. Stop. Okay, you're back again. Hello, what's your name?
One of the praise tube flying. That was some
Stop
really
again.
good responses.
Are you in the bush? It's flickered orange. That mean yes? You throwing rocks
Okay,
at me? It's quite deep, dense in there, isn't it? It's crackled.
But all the sound is quite powerful if it's setting it off.
Very steep.
I don't think it's a spike. That's what
Oh! What? Went to red. Just like that. Whoever's there, Can you come forward? Who's there? Cracking. Can you hear it? Something walking. Show him down there, Helen. Right there. Hiding in the bathroom. You mean no harm?
I heard that.
That?
I heard that. Just behind you.
Yeah. You mean no harm. Come forward.
So again, I'm just going to wind her back. I might turn the volume up there a little bit.
You mean no harm?
I heard that.
That?
I heard that. Just
Hiding in the bathroom. You mean no harm?
I heard that.
That?
I heard that. Just behind you.
Yeah. You mean no harm. Come forward. Does it communicate through a Katie?
Yeah, it worked with me. It worked
Like
with
if
me.
you ask questions.
Honestly, it worked with me when I was at
Like,
grade 2
is that
primary.
how you...
I was asking
I don't know how
questions.
to
I was
do it.
asking who it was. I actually knew who it was. I don't know how. And then
Are you
spoke to
human? Can
I'm having
light
a
up-
conversation. Having a conversation. Literally a
Can you light up
conversation.
this K2 meter if you're a human? Don't be afraid of us.
Isn't that going red then?
And I heard like cracking.
Oh, sure it went red.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, orange, so I'm in the light. Whatever it is staying in the back, in there. You know that, when she said, was that a rock? You didn't fall or anything, did you?
No.
I didn't hear any rock,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah. I should be able to pick it up on his mic.
Right. If you want to play that game, I've got a rock here. Don't aim it at us though.
You're literally asking for trouble.
I'm going to throw a rock in. Oh, my phone's going off. Can you throw it back out? I'm scared it's going to hit me. Why have I got a horrible feeling it's going to hit me in the head? Nothing. And here. Moving on there. We flash that way. The only way to test it is turn my phone completely off and then do it again. Just in case it was interfering with my phone. Right, phone's off. Right, can you light it back up again? Oh, did it just light then? You don't know if it was my phone, because otherwise it would light up again, wouldn't it? Keep hearing things in there.
Tell you what, we'll take a walk down and see if we can, if it wants to follow us. Oops, sorry, but there is my giant hunchback.
See that?
So if you're in there, come and follow us.
I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'm turning but it's done. It's not lighting it at all. I think to turn my phone off. But we did test my mobile phone earlier, didn't we?
Yeah,
how close
Yeah.
it sets it off.
No, I'd say that was
So
genuine.
I don't know if that's... don't know.
What's that star there?
North Star. I want to hold it onto the stick.
Feeling that something's just over there.
Yeah, I know. Over that side?
Yeah, just behind us, like that way. I've had a few looks in my can't see anything, but it doesn't mean there's nothing there.
That's the thing, sometimes the fear kicks in. Right, to me anyway. Sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't, and I'm fine. Like there I'm fine. Whatever it was, I didn't feel scared, didn't feel threatened. It didn't really hit us, whatever it was. This is amazing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time we've had rocks thrown at us up here.
Oh. I don't know if it's like that second one.
Shouldn't be,
I've got my phone off now. Completely. Flashed again. Flashed again, and I've got my phone off. Can you see anything?
No, not particularly.
Whatever it is not very strong.
These woods are dense, but they've got, I don't know if you looked at those photographs, but they've got like little Toblerone-shaped passageways that go through.
Yeah.
So you could, if you was to walk directly straight,
Yeah.
you could probably just about walk straight through.
Yeah.
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 Ever so strange in the daytime.
We only went to the second one. Wasn't very strong.
So you could go, you could walk literally right the way through there.
Yeah. Right there. Because the way they planted them is like in lines.
Yeah. And also they kind of make great routes for deer and stuff. Like,
Yeah. We've got some trees like that, but the passages, they've planted them in straight lines. They've got like archways, you just walk straight there. You wouldn't want to be out here in a thunderstorm, would you?
No.
not really, no.
Oh, snowing.
They only flashed to the first one back there. It's not strong enough. My phone's off.
Honestly, when I had communication, it was going all the way.
Hello.
It could be my phone now.
Just picking it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about,
It's your phone.
so it's about a metre.
I've got to stay apart. Got to stay apart.
Couple of metres.
Can you say something? Could be yours.
Yeah, couple of metres.
There we are. So you've got to stay that distance away from me.
That's social distancing.
Go, I was going to say, paranormal distancing.
Paranormal distancing. Yeah, good one.
But the government would be proud of us. Just only little paths that run through there, incredible. They're like little Toblerone shapes, and you could probably walk through them where the trees have been planted. But it's great if there's an animal, you know, just go straight down there, and it's disappeared almost. What we're hitting now is a bloody great big UFO.
Well, I swear down, I was looking at that star. I thought I saw it move, but it's just me, probably just me.
Also now Elon Musk has got half of his satellites.
coronavirus.
Yeah, this is how it started. But you know, this is how it normally kind of works. You're having a bit of a laugh and then something actually happens. And cracking jokes and stuff, and then all of a sudden something will happen. It's almost like they appreciate. I mean, I think if I was dead for 500 years, I'd get a bit cheesed off if people kept asking me to roll a stone or a marble.
Yeah.
I just want to have a bit of a giggle, you know, because I mean the theatres are shut and stuff, so.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like in a few months with all this.
Just to hold my breath and just take one day at a time. So you know something's behind you.
Yeah. Yes, I get that.
I've been to a German cemetery. When I came back from the German cemetery, we were walking, because you walk like a long way past the German cemetery to these woods. As we were walking back, I was walking back like this, all the way.
Right, well, I've heard about that German cemetery.
Something.
Apparently there's sighted a few,
Werewolves?
yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
Well, we think that's what was stalking us. We encountered something one night which kept growling at us, and we managed to catch sight of it. But we think it was like a big cat. It was probably about 6 foot, head to tail, blacks, very low down in the grass, and it kind of slunk away into some kind of like hole or something.
So where was that? Was that near the German cemetery?
Yeah, if we're at German cemeteries, if you kind of walk past that, you go down long path, kind of opens out a bit like this, and then you kind of got this bank of forest that kind of goes up. Well, I'm sort of open-minded about ley lines, although like it's still, I'm very, very open about them. You know, to the point where I kind of think, well, if they exist, we don't know how to measure them yet, but that's fair enough. And there's 2 ley lines that actually run either side of Cannock Chase.
Yeah.
And I thought that was quite an interesting find.
It's a bit slippery down there.
Yeah, because there was the other way which we were going to come, which was off, which would probably been quite, it kind of killed me off. It kind of killed off. It was like a memorial wood just here, which I thought was kind of very strange.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I know the Chinese call them dragon lines. They call them dragon lines.
I often think that our interest in the paranormal, we're kind of like, we're building the energy for things to kind of come through more and more and more.
You think CERN has got anything to do with it?
What, you mean the Hadron Collider?
Yeah.
Well, you never know, I mean, because they play around with these things, and you don't build something like that just to find out what the Higgs boson is. You're kind of like building it for other reasons. There's all sorts of things going on in the. I mean, in the US itself, you've got Area 51, Area 52, Area 53.
Why have they closed off literally the flight paths for the North and South Pole? Why have they closed them off?
Yeah.
Why can't you go there?
Exactly.
What the idea?
Yeah. Why were the Nazis interested in it? Should we go in? Let's go and have a look, see what's going on in there.
Yeah, I've never been.
Is
that where it's got like plaques of the trees?
It's got a bench, which is nice. I'm all for benches.
It's memorial people, like memorial people.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually buried here, but the spirit of the people.
Yeah, what they do, when they pass away, they make it look their life. My cell phone's not on, so you're all right there.
Oh,
Oh, my booking bag. Oh, God.
It's mine.
It's very sensitive. This.
I ain't got my phone on. I'll turn mine off.
I turn mine off.
Because I know about all these contraptions. You might get some, but you might not, because it's like a peaceful area, isn't it?
Well, I said that to Karen. It seems quite peaceful.
The whole place seems really
I don't feel scared. I don't feel fear. Helen, you know that when I feel fear, especially down in Hall Lane, I can feel fear.
Yeah, but
We haven't taken this standing in Hall Lane, have we, Helen?
no, not yet.
Well, you're not far away from me. Still picking you up. Go down here.
The little fella isn't to put your phone against that to see if it does anything. Yeah, actually your phone can't have one, so it seems to
With more powerful phone,
yeah.
No.
Oh, it's lighting up! Do you think that's you?
Tell you what, I'll go.
No, just
Yeah, I'll go
we'll
put it
put
against the tree.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Go and ask a question. Find the tree. Say for
I'd go further down there, somewhere.
yeah, further down.
Well, scale is.
Sorry, we're
Yeah, just
down here.
Further down there, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
As far away
if you put it
from
next to my meter,
cell
actually, it'd be
phone.
interesting to see if they both go off. And then
Sorry.
that's fine.
That's a distance.
Get off, bug. It's about to conk out anyway.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
How
but
many have you got?
only one battery actually for this.
For that one.
Yeah.
Should we move it to a different tray?
Nah, it's fine there.
No, it seems alright.
Yeah.
Go and talk.
Me?
Yeah. Ask questions.
Trying to say what the other teams say. Like,
No, just say.
if there's any spirits here that want
Just
to
ask them to come closer to those
Well, I'm
devices.
about to.
Ask them.
What's about to? Is there any spirits here that wants to communicate with us? Please come forward. You don't mean no harm. You see these two devices on the floor next to the tree? Could you see if you could light one up, please? Don't be afraid of them. They're not going to hurt you. You can play with them. Move them. Nothing at all.
I'm getting more of a peaceful energy anyway.
Yeah. If you're at peace here, amongst these trees, and you're happy being here, if you wouldn't mind just giving us a sign. We're just here to give you some company. We don't mean you any harm or disrespect. Just come to say hi. Alternatively, if you're happy and you're dead, clap your hands. Maudlin subject, when you die, would you like ashes to be scattered somewhere like this? I'm always...
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What was
Could be
that?
a tree. Oh, yeah. But it was like...
No, that wasn't. That was something else.
Yeah, I heard that. It went... Yeah, I heard something over there. Oh, I heard it that much. Yeah, it was somewhere over there. That was you. Thank you for communicating. I let you move it over that way, but...
I think they'll come to us.
Are you somewhere in that other wood behind it?
It was like...
I did hear something.
I heard that as well.
Yeah.
I did hear it.
Spirits of the woods, Cannock.
Like one of those frogs that got those pouches. And
Yeah,
they
it
go, I heard something. It was like... I heard it at the same time as you, Karen.
Yeah.
Me too.
But it did definitely sound like it was
Well,
over
to
there.
me, it was like there. Directly.
Oh, to me, it sounded like that way.
It felt like a really small person's footsteps, you know. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
So,
I heard it.
what was that noise?
Is that a growl?
Hello,
I
what
heard that.
I heard that. Was that...
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
So,
I heard it.
what was that noise?
Is that a growl? A really small person's footsteps.
So,
I heard it.
what was that noise?
Is that a growl?
Hello,
I
what
heard that.
I heard that. Was that...
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, is that a claw?
Sounded like a growl.
How far's the road from here?
It's a distance, but it depends how the sound travels. I think we are probably about...
No, it was quite... Did you hear that?
What?
I the growl?
I heard something.
Because at first I thought, oh...
Might be a pissed off badger.
Well, it seemed a big badger, whatever it was.
So yeah, it was at that point that my battery on the camera decided to give up the ghost, if you pardon the pun, and we remained there for a few moments longer before we decided to make our way back. But what's interesting is that it did pick up that sort of a growl. It was more of a noise of discontent from an animal. Perhaps it was a badger, but it was interesting that I felt it was just coming from just beyond that small area dedicated as a memorial, like a peace garden, if you like, a memorial to the dead. And yeah, for sure, things got a lot more interesting once we left that area. So if you can just about see there, we came out of that area, we came past this pool, and there was a very eerie feeling that we were being followed. It's hard to explain, but we came to a point round about here, and it did feel as if something was there. I can't exactly remember what happened there, to be honest, but I think there was something behind a tree. Um, the girls freaked out, the other team freaked out because we saw what we would. What I've learnt is possibly maybe a shadow figure. Unfortunately, I never had any device to record it on at the time, and it was very brief. It seemed to duck down behind some bushes, but it was peeking out from behind a tree. Interesting investigation all in all, and a more thorough investigation than we carried out previously in the previous month. And yeah, it's a shame that I've lost touch with the other team that were involved. They were a great bunch and added some great elements to the investigation as well. But yeah, it's very, very strange that it felt like something latched onto us as we came out of the memorial gardens, and we went past 1, 2, 3 pools. And then we had some sort of activity there, I can't remember exactly what. And we had some more activity with this figure that appeared behind a tree, then ducked behind bushes. Me being the one to want to see Bigfoot, I thought it was like a Bigfoot type creature, but like I said, quite conceivably it could have been one of these so-called shadow people. And indeed, there is another investigation which I've also discovered where we investigate an area sort of exactly there, and we just do a static investigation, and hopefully I'll come to that at a later stage. So guys, that's just about it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and for sure this is an area that we are intending to return. I'm not sure about some of the urban myths regarding this area to black-eyed girls and stuff like that. It felt like it was definitely an American thing that had been brought over, a little bit like Slender Man stuff. I think there is an Indian theory. I think it's called Tupa. Anyway, there is this a theory in India that if you think about something enough, if enough people think about the same thing, it will, come into being. So who knows, maybe Slenderman and the black-eyed girls really are things on the Cannock Chase, but I've never had or heard necessarily any sort of genuine sightings by people that weren't on paranormal investigations regarding these things, especially not the Slender Man. I think people would know if it was like a 20-foot tall figure walking across the field or something. But that said, I do keep an open mind, which I have to be objective. The girls are brilliant, but they managed to. They were quite up for debunking anything that they heard or maybe they saw, and I'm really happy that we had some activity on this one, albeit very, peripheral and maybe quite low level activity, if you like. Yeah, it's not. I can't guarantee that these videos are going to be like popular television series where they're jumping around and screaming, and there's things hitting them and touching them, making them being sick. I can't guarantee any of that. I come from the scientific background of psychology, which is a bit of a pseudoscience, some would argue, but it does involve a certain amount of objectivity. So quite often I will question maybe how I'm feeling, how the environment is making me respond to phenomena, and just try and factor that into any events that we managed to record. So yeah, that said, I hope you like I said, hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will hopefully stick with me and might have some more interesting videos down the line, who knows, or maybe videos that are about as interesting as watching glue dry, as somebody once said to me a very short while ago. So until next time, take care of yourselves and have a great week.